Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of 5-Star Pod Splash, episode 8. I am your host, Andre Harris. We got a lot to cover on this episode because I've been gone for a couple of weeks, so I thought it was only right I do episode 8 and episode 9, deluxe edition. You could call it an anniversary episode, even though we ain't on number 12. Before we do anything, though, let's give y'all the intro real quick. Be right back, right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support. Make sure to hit that follow and subscribe if it's your first time on the channel. See, I didn't have my normal intro. What the dilly, yo? What's going on? What's All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to 5-Star Pod Splash. Let's get right into it. Before we get into this week, comic books, it is Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025. I missed last week, the last week of August 27th, 2025. I do want to cover the books from that week because they definitely had some heat that dropped. And shout out, before I get started, man, shout out to the League of Comic Book Geeks, because that is where I source this material, man. Make sure to go to League of Comic Book Geeks, subscribe to the channel over there or to the website. On that website, you could basically see ahead of time all the comic books coming out, all the variant covers, and that way you know what is coming out ahead of time. Get your pull list ready. You could contact your comic book shops, have them pre-order the variants in advance so you know the variant that you're looking for your comic book retailer is going to have. It helps the comic book retailer. It helps yourself because you get it for a way cheaper price if you get it in advance by going to that website and making your pre-order with your comic book retailer. Man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. Thanks to this podcast that I've been doing and thanks to that website, I've been putting me onto a lot of comic books and stuff that even I wasn't aware of. It's pretty cool. I'm seeing a little trend right now with like the cartoon comic books right now. You got the Herculoids, you got Speed Racer, you got Space Ghost, Johnny Quest, Powerpuff Girls, Thundercats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They all doing their thing. You got the Disney with Stitch and everything like that. So like, shout out to everybody taking that other, that other avenue for comic books. Everybody out here cooking right now. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Shout out to the independent comic book creators out there doing their thing from every comic book creator. I don't care who you are unless you someone who's like, your comic book is satanic. I'm sorry, man. I believe in God, man. So if you got a satanic book, like, I can't promote that on the channel. I ain't gonna hold you. And I'm gonna give you a little disclaimer. There was a fire Mephisto, and I know Mephisto been pretty big with a lot of people in the comic book sphere for the MCU. Like, oh, we want to see Mephisto. He finally debuted in Ironheart, even though that is gonna end up getting shelved to what I'm hearing. But there was a fire Mephisto cover, but I was not saving that to my laptop. I don't need no devil imagery or anything like that on my hard drive, bro. Like, I ain't worried about anything like that. I just don't want no satanic type shit on my hard drive, and I'm not promoting that. So that one, even though the artwork definitely would have been top 10, like, that one just got disqualified straight up, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Again, shout out to the independent creators, man, the web animators, man, Antarctic Press, Big fan of them. Ben Dunn, Fred Perry, and everybody up over there, man. My boy David Sutton got a comic book out, man. Shout out to my boy David. A bunch of creators, my boy Fred Sayas over there at Antarctic Press as well, man. But yeah, even the Rippaverse over there, Eric July and them doing their thing, you know, to even their opposition EVS, like as long as you making good content, bro, like hats off to you, man, because it's a lot of work, man. I'm working on a comic book myself, and bro, it is a lot of work that goes into it, man. So make sure to support these comic book artists, these comic book writers, comic book creators, and make sure to support these comic book shops, man. These are just hardworking people trying to make an honest living without, you know, doing it the right way, man. With that being said, though, before we get into this week's comic books, like I said, I was out the past 2-3 weeks. I want to say 2 weeks. So we're going to spin the block. Before we get into this week, we are going to go over last week's top 10 original covers and top 10 original variants. And we got a special bonus top 9 variant covers from J. Scott Campbell, because the man has been busy these last 2 weeks. He did 8 variants last week, and he did 1 additional variant this week. Shout out to my boy Ari. He ended up getting that variant, and I marked out when he showed it to me when we had like a little private call earlier today. He's like, I did like one of those little secret grab bags, and when he opened it, he got a foil J. Scott Campbell cover, bro, that was so beautiful. I marked out, bro, like so jealous. I'm gonna be worth some money, bro. Like, man, shout out to my boy Ari, man. And before we get started too, aside from shout out to Comic Book Legends, man, shout out to some of the people that helped me with the decision making. This top 10 list was not just my top 10 list. I did make the final determination, of course, but as the channel grows and the support grows, I take everybody who supports input into consideration, into tally, into making these lists. And sometimes they even override what I might have put number 1. That happened with this one for the original covers. What I had number 1 did not make number 1, because I asked several people, and after getting everybody's opinion, and most of them all had that in their top 5, I was like, yo, give me your top 5 out of these like 30 covers. And 6 out of the 7 all had this book in their top 3. I was like, all right, bet. I'm about to run with that. Even though it wasn't my top 1 personally, definitely was up there, but the more I looked, I was like, yeah, it deserves to be number 1. So before I get started again, man, shout out to everybody who helped me, man, everybody in the comic book chat, Ari, Brandon, I believe Gino, shout out to my boy Sir Frost, also Fresher Frost TV, man, you already know what it is, man. My brother-in-law, Eric, don't even read comic books, but man, he even gave some input, which was super dope, especially to get input from someone who doesn't read comic books and everything like that. Like, so there's absolutely no bias, because he don't care about none of these characters. So, you know, he's just going to go strictly off of what catches the eye and then everything like that. My boy, my cousin Daniel also helped out, man, and a couple other people. I'm running a blank right now at the moment. Jason Cole. So shout out. It was like several people who gave their input. With that being said, this is for August 27th. So if you didn't go to the comic book store today or last week and you need to make that run, man, check out this episode. These are the books I highly recommend giving a shot. Before we get into the top 10 original, let me break it down how we do it. We do a top 10 best original covers, a top 10 best variant covers, and we got 5 honorable mentions for each. So it's basically a top 15. But with that being said, honorable mention number 5. We got Peacemaker issue number, let me get my shit straight, man. And shout out to the people up over here, man. Brad checking in. Shout out to Brad, man. Greatly appreciate the support, Brad, man. I don't know if you've been to your comic book shops for a while, man, but you know what? I highly recommend it, man. I just came from San Diego Comic-Con, and man, there was this series called Monsters from Mark Spears, bro. I highly recommend, even if you don't read comic books, bro, if you're a horror person or into horror, you have to give it a shot. Like, let me see if I could pull it from under my desk real quick, if I could find it. Here we go. My desk right underneath me is just flooded full of folders full of comic books, right? So real quick before we go on, let me get back to just me real quick. Yo, Brad, real quick, bro. So underneath my foot is all these folders just full of like my comics. I got a couple comic bins over there on the side. But this series right here, bro, by Mark Spears, called Monsters, the artwork inside from cover to the interior artwork, it all looks like that, bro. The artwork is it's amazing, bro. It is GOAT tier, bro. This was the best thing I picked up this year as far as a comic book from Comic-Con, bro. I don't know, because there's a little bit of a glare on them, but these books, bro, like I'm telling you, bro, you have to go and check out those books. Those books are super incredible, bro. The story. Okay, for Power Girl. Man, for Power Girl, man, I ain't gonna hold you. Power Girl's pretty I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Yo, yeah. All right. You guys, Deadpool Batman's coming out soon. So definitely I would highly recommend that as well. Bro, there is some really good stuff coming out right now, man. Comic books been cooking, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I've been on YouTube for a long time watching like the Geeks and Gamers and stuff like that, Nerdrotics and everything. And I would think like, damn, man, like there's nothing really good out because like it seems like everything's bad. But then once I really got right back into it, like the comic book purchase side, I was like, okay, this is some pretty good stuff, bro. But there's a lot of people cooking, and shout out to the independent comic book creators, bro, because they are competing. They are competing with the freaking big two, bro. With Marvel and DC, these independent comic book creators, Mark Spears, he got the best thing out in my opinion, bro. And I'm not a horror person at all, bro. Like growing up in the 80s, bro, Freddy Krueger, bro, Nightmare on Elm Street, bro, gave me freaking nightmares, bro. Like there was one time I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street, bro. I had a dream. Like I was so scared. I went to the bathroom. After that, thought I'd go to sleep. I have a nightmare getting chased by Freddy Krueger, Hellraiser, Chucky, and Jason. Bro, I wake up from my dream. I'm sitting in the toilet. I'm like, what the fuck? I get up off the toilet. I'm like walking out of the bathroom and everything, and my whole family's fucking dead and the monsters are still there. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm still in a dream. So then I wake up from that and I'm in my bed. I'm like, yo, this is the craziest fucking dream ever. Because in my dream, I wake up from a dream, but I'm still in a fucking dream, bro. That shit traumatized me as a kid, bro. I was like, yo. But yeah, the indies is cooking, bro. There's so much good stuff from the indies, bro. Like I'm a huge Gold Digger person. That's a lot of who my art style came from. Fred Perry. He's the reason I went to animation school. I got my degree in animation and whatnot. But I don't work in animation. I work in behavioral health because man, it was tough landing the type of job I wanted there, you know. But I'm definitely gonna knock out this comic book. I want to do my own thing. It was never my main aspiration to work for Marvel DC, if that makes sense, because I knew how they mistreated other artists in the past, which led to them making Image Comics to begin with, you know. But back to this top 10. I'm sorry, I went on a crazy tangent, bro. But you know what, man? Like, I'm here to talk to my people, bro. Like, and even if you're not a comic book person, bro, like if you're here supporting, thank you for the support. I'm here to chop it up with you guys and try to convert. Maybe make somebody who isn't a comic book person going to that local comic store, because these local comic stores, man, they need help, bro. And bro, there's some hardworking people, bro. And these comic book artists, man, there's so much work that goes into it, bro. These comic book artists are freaking animals, bro. Like, shout out to them, bro, because they are freaking dogs, bro. I don't know how they do it, bro. Honorable mention number 4, we got Christopher Chaos from Dark Horse Comic Books, man. Shout out to my boy Sir Frost, man. He's the one who really put this one on my radar for the list, bro. Definitely, it didn't make the top 10, but it definitely got that honorable mention over a lot of other books. Big part of that, Frost was big advocate for this one. You know, I think got one other person who swayed me to get this honorable mention on the shout out, man. There's so many books that come out every week, bro. It takes about like an hour to an hour and a half just to grab all the covers from off there, and then it takes like another hour and a half to rank and everything with everybody. So man, like, shout out to everybody who supports, man. Shout out to everybody who's just tuning in, leaving a comment, first time on the channel, hit the follow button and everything. Greatly appreciate y'all. Coming in number 3, honorable mention. This ain't the top 10, so basically like 13. This for last week. Green Arrow. I'm not big on Green Arrow per se. Like, I never been as a comic person, but I do know he's one of the OGs. Like, Green Arrow's older than Batman, if I'm not mistaken. But Green Arrow's artwork, bro, it's like every time I do these reviews, every month when it comes to a Green Arrow, he usually makes the top 10, bro. Like, the fact that he's an honorable mention this time, that speaks volumes for the artists that got busy this week. And not everything, I want to, like, disclaimer, not everything is going to be just like, as you can see, this is amazing artwork, bro. And so I just want to point out, you're going to see some stuff that might not be like this detailed, this painting and whatnot, you know, but there's other factors. Like, just because this is a painting and whatnot, don't necessarily mean it's better than someone who just did like a pencil and ink all the time. A lot of times it's going to help, but I mean, there's other things that might catch people's eyes and cause a factor. So I just want to have y'all keep that in mind going forward, you know? So y'all ain't like, man, that should have been. Well, I mean, and art's subjective too. So like, if this is not even my top 10, this is like me putting together 8 people's top 10s and then mine, so 9 people altogether, and then ranking it based off of everybody's votes put together, you know? So this isn't even necessarily my top 10. So if you necessarily disagree with something on here, by all means, you know, and let me know what you think is your top 10. If there's something that catches your eye that you might think like, oh man, I might want to go and check that out. Coming in, honorable mention number 1 for the week, just short of getting into that top 10. Oh, hold up. Honorable mention number 2. Don't even know how to count right now. Yo, this is one of my favorite artists, bro. And this is what I mean. This was in my top 10, bro. Dustin Nguyen's artwork with the watercolors, bro. Like I want to cop the watercolors myself, because I'm about to dibble and dabble with the watercolors myself for the artwork, because I'm so inspired by his watercolors. There's him, Peach Momoko, when it comes to the watercolors. When it comes to the cell shading, it's Chamba Cruz, you know. There's somebody else whose color style is just crazy to me. I'm forgetting right now. But that right there, that's amazing to me, bro. Fire. Grifter. We got Grifter in the Batman universe now from Wildcats. Like, sign me up. I'm all for it, bro. I'm definitely gonna cop all 3 of these. This is one I put on my list for, like, all right, Dustin Nguyen, because I forgot the name of it, but it was like the Batman where he's like the Little Gotham. I got the Little Gotham series, the whole Little Gotham series from him, where he does all the artwork. And that's another thing I love so much, when you get a cover artist does the inside artwork, because I grew up in the 90s with the Todd McFarlanes and the Jim Lees, Rob Liefelds and Mark Silvestris. You had a fire cover and you had fire artwork because the artist did the entire book. So you know you weren't getting ripped off. You know you weren't seeing an amazing cover and then you buy it and then you open it up and then it's like some other artist who can't touch the cover artist at all. And you're just like, damn, I just got a dope cover, but that's it, you know? So you really got to rely on it being a good story at that point. But anyway, moving on. Honorable mention number 1, we got Mr. Terrific Year 1. This is another one that's on my list of like, yo, all right, I got to go and check out the Mr. Terrific Year 1 series. I like it. They doing like how they did with Batman. I'm going to give it a shot. There ain't that many people on the DC side. Like, I like the whole Justice League as a collective. I used to grow up reading the Justice League books, the Batman, Flash, some Superman, a little bit of Wonder Woman, rarely Green Lantern, you know? But outside of the big ones, Impulse, you know? Outside of that, there wasn't too many DC that like really caught my eye like that outside of the big mainstream DC. So like, I know they got the Wildcats now, so that catches my eye. Even though they're not their own series, Mr. Terrific one that I'm willing to give a shot, bro. With that said, let's get into the top 10. Coming in at number 10 on the list, we got Bring On the Bad Guys, Dormammu. And yo, this looks like it could be a Marvel masterpiece card, bro. Like, that is amazing artwork for me, bro. Like, I ain't never been big on the Doctor Strange or Dormammu lore growing up. That wasn't one of my big ones. The only time I really followed Doctor Strange was when they did the Defender run because Wolverine and Nomad were in it. I was a big fan of Nomad, and Wolverine's my favorite. Wolverine, Gambit, Spider-Man, Thor, Flash, Batman. Those my dudes. Bishop, Cable, Deadpool. Yo, man, that looked like a Marvel masterpiece card from back in the day, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. That shit fire. Coming in number 9, we got the West Coast Avengers issue number 10. Every month they deliver with a fire cover. I don't know what the inside artwork looking like, but if it looking like that, I might have to check them out. I don't really know this line. That look like Firestar. I'm not certain if this is a different Iron Man or a Ultron or who that is, because there's so many different variations. I don't know who this one specifically is, and I don't know who the dude with the lightning is at all. I ain't gonna hold you. He might be a new character. If he's someone old with just a new look, then all right. But yeah, I don't. Not ringing a bell at the moment. If somebody knows, leave it in the chat. Let me know. Hit me. And let me know if the West Coast Avengers, if there's anybody who's reading this, if the artwork matches the cover artwork. And I have to ask that question now because of Mark Spears. After Mark Spears, I got to ask that question. And back in the day, there were other artists who were like high level like that, like super extremely detailed and did the whole entire book. So like, if the whole entire book like that, I will definitely give it a shot. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll go back and probably buy all the issues if the artwork like that from start to finish, bro. Real shit. Excuse my language right there. Coming in number 8, we got DuckTales. Woo! Yo, this looked like, I ain't gonna hold you, this looked like the cover to one of those VHS VHS back in the day. I don't know if it's the exact or if they actually just paid homage and did a new one to it. But man, as somebody who right now is been doing a lot of studying for perspective and working on my artwork, getting my artwork back in spot. Shout out to Dong Ho Kim. This book right here, bro. Man, if you're an artist, I would recommend look up Dong Ho Kim space drawing perspective, bro. This guy got some amazing artwork and a dope tutorial, basically. Not tutorial, but easy to follow instructions, to basically get your perspective drawing on point. I see my fan is covering up the titties, yo. That is not acceptable. I apologize to my viewing audience, man. What's going on over here, man? Can't see the yitties? Okay. I apologize for that. Got my little New York coffee cup over there. All right, coming in number 7 on the list, we got The Vanishing Point, man. Again, shout out to the independent comic book artists, bro. Putting their foot on the big two's neck, man. On the corporation's neck. Like, yo, we here, bro. You're gonna acknowledge me, bro. My art speaks for itself. We over here placing higher than most Marvel and DC. There's so many Marvel and DC who don't make the list. And on big titles too, bro. That you'd be like, dang, how come you didn't get these artists from these indies on those book? Unless, again, not every artist desires to work on Spider-Man and Wolverine. I mean, I would love to do a Spider-Man Wolverine run, but I'd rather do my own shit, to be honest. Coming in, number 6, we got The Mortal Thor, issue 1. Look at that. Not even in the top 5, bro. And that looks amazing, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That was in my top 5. So was the one that beat it. I think in mine, I had number 6 higher than number 5, but there was so many people, because the 8 people that helped me out with this, more of them had number 5 ranked higher than Thor, some considerably, that I was like, it's only fair. I can't just go off my opinion here, bro, because there's not just me and these other people, but there's also an audience of people who end up watching this back or whatnot. Just want to be as fair as possible. The Immortal Thor, number 1, coming in at number 6 on the list. And man, I got to clear out because my StreamYard does not allow me to my StreamYard, it does not allow me to hold more than 10 images. So I have to clear some of those out real quick before I load up the next one. Coming in number 5 on the list, we got Red Sonja versus the Army of Darkness, issue number 5. And I ain't gonna hold you, man. Yo, this is a tough cover too, bro. I ain't mad at the people who thought this was harder. There's more action 100% going on. I mean, it looks so real. All those people you walking in and everything with the shadow. I was digging it, but this is hard too, bro. This is definitely fire, bro. And again, the independent artists, bro, cooking food, bro. They are cooking, bro. And I love to see that because I'm an independent artist, man. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait, bro, for my book to be in the stages to where I'm not one of these people, because I ain't gonna hold you. I got screwed helping out 2 Kickstarters. So it has a salty taste in my mouth, bro. Pause. But it left a bad taste in my mouth, bro. So like, I don't want to do my Kickstarter and everything until my book is at least 75% to like 85% done. I want at least the book to be damn near done, ready to go into printing. And then after that, like, it's just the extra bonus stuff. Like, all right, if we meet the goal for this printing, just so I know how many to print. And then also, like, all right, if this does good, maybe we could throw in some add-on bonus stuff, But dude, the story I'm working on, bro, is so fire, bro. If you're a pro wrestling fan, bro, like me, bro, this is gonna be the pro wrestling comic book you've been waiting for, bro. There's other comic book pro wrestling books, bro. So I'm not even gonna hold you on it. I ain't even gonna be like all, because there other people have already done it, bro. I've seen other people. Some of them I'm even gonna shout out on this episode or the next episode. I can't remember which episode they fall under, but bro, when that book, oh boy, Oh boy. But yeah. So man, I love to see the independent artists people thrive like this, bro. They are kicking ass, taking names, man. Coming in honorable. Oh no, we're not even in the honorable mentions no more. My apologies. We in the top 4. Coming in, and shout out to everybody for the support, man. Greatly appreciate y'all. Number 4, we got Dune, Edge of a Cry's Knife, issue 1. And I guess there must have been a delay unless this is a second printing. And technically, if it's a second printing, it shouldn't even be on this top 10. I don't add the when I go through, because every month or every week on the League of Comic Geeks, once you start scrolling past like the 50 new books that come out, there'll be some reprints, some webtoons and stuff like that, a couple of the Shonen Jump series. I don't add none of those. I keep those out because that shouldn't count, you know. I recall this placing on another episode, so I don't know if it got pushed back or if this is a reprinting. I'm gonna just, for this one time, I'm gonna give it some edge, and I'm just gonna go ahead and count it. Number 4, we got Edge Far Cry. Coming in number 3, we getting down to the big 3 for last week. So if you didn't get to your comic book last week, these are the books. And these are the original covers too. So they don't cost nothing extra. If your comic book shop got the book, they got this one guaranteed. If nothing else, you're more likely to see this than your variant copy, bro. So salute to them for giving you a solid cover out the gate. And out the gate, not even a variant. This is not a variant cover, bro. That is amazing, bro. Top notch, bro. Again, independent comic book artist kicking ass, bro. And man, me and my brother-in-law, we watched a Red Sonja movie not that long ago, like maybe a week ago. The new Red Sonja movie that they did. It wasn't the highest quality or whatnot, but Red Sonja actually used to be a Marvel character, and then they like got the rights from Marvel and then doing their own stuff with her. That's fire. One of the rare cases you see that happen. Number 2, a lot of people might be like, how did this place higher than this? I'll tell you how, bro. And to be honest, by 1 point, this should have been number 1. But when I was looking at them back to back, I was like, I just in all consciousness, I can't give it number 1 over what got number 1. But coming in number 2, we got Speed Racer, issue number 2. Here comes your boy Speed Racer. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. If the artwork looks like this on the inside, sign me up. Independent comic book creators kicking ass, bro. They're kicking ass. And technically, I'm calling it independent, even though it's a known company. If you're not Marvel or DC, I consider you an independent, bro. Even Image, I consider independent. I just consider you the number 1 independent, you know? But yo, that Speed Racer is stupid fire, bro. They got the crowd, they got the large crowd blurred out and everything. You got the perspective, him super close with the cars in the background. With the perspective, with the loop, with the man, that shit fire, bro. The anime style, bro. I love everything about this cover, bro. Fire, bro. That cover is stupid fire. But coming in number 1 for this week, and I ain't gonna hold you. He was not my biggest guy. Like, I know he's real popular with the DC stands. I'm personally more of a Flash guy. For me, Flash is my favorite DC character out of everybody. Flash, then Batman, then everybody else. But Green Lantern number 1, I gotta be fair, bruh. The cover for Green Lantern issue 26 from last week on August 27th, bruh. This shit is amazing, bro. And dang, man, I'm trying not to cuss because I want to have my videos be for everybody, bro. But those two S slurs messed me up, bro. Those saying the S cuss word twice, man, messed it up. So it's gonna have to be 18 and up for this episode, man. I gotta work on my language, man. My apologies for the kids who now can't see this. Um, this Green Lantern cover, bro, that is a thing of beauty, bro. That is a thing of beauty. I don't know. Can I get the spotlight? I wish I could blow that up though, bro. Like that's insane, bro. That's clean. Yeah, that's just too clean, bro. Damn, I messed up my best setting. Ain't that a biatch? Oh man, now I can't even damn, I messed up my placement trying to switch it to the other thing. Ain't that a bitch? There we go. Yeah, so that is the #1 comic book cover for last week. But yo, we are not done, y'all, because now we got our variants. So let me hurry up real quick, remove some of these, man. And again, thank you all for the support, man. Make sure to hit that follow button if you can. It is Subscribe-tober, so I think over on some of the platforms it's cheaper right now, bro. Right, the color pop, the like the definition, bro, like that's the detail, not the definition, the detail that's put into those monsters, bro. The shark, I don't know what that is. The purple one, it's like a skeleton type monster, bro. Like the dragon, the gold dragon, bro. That is hard, bro. Like I'm not even a Green Lantern guy like that, bro. But that's too clean, bro. I have to give them his props for that one, bro. They cooked food with that. They definitely cooked food, bro. I gotta leave that up for one quick second while I get the variants for last week. Cause man, hey, as good as those covers be, you know the variants every week. At first, I was not a big fan of variants. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. But they're winning me over. I like variants now, bro. I just wish they didn't cost so much more, bro. Like seriously, like I understand one costing like $1 or $2 more, man, but sometimes they get way out of hand with the variant pricing. Like ridiculously stupid out of hand. Like it don't make no sense. Before we get into the honorable mentions for best variant covers of the week, this one did not place in the top 5, but my boy Ari Starks did point out how this was it was basically like a homage to Natural Born Killers. And this comic book, bro, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. Oh man, I have not read this yet, but this is definitely on my pool list, bro. There's definitely a lot. That's why I love doing this. It's helping me get back into like, because I've been like really working on my book for a minute, and I ain't gonna hold you. I've always been an artist, but now doing the writing part, the writing's been real difficult for me, especially creating everything, every single character, location, backstory, relationship, power system, everything, bro. It's a lot, bro. You know, and then drawing everything too, it's a lot, bro. But what's been really feeding my creativity and my love has just been reading other creators' books and comic books and everything, you know. So this is a book that another independent book that I highly recommend checking out. Man, the artwork, it reminds me of Bearstein Bears, but like the premise, like a serial killer little teddy bear like type dude, but he's not a teddy bear, he's just like a small bear. Because everybody in the world that he inhabits is like animal creatures, you know what I'm saying? But he's like a serial killer animal. Bro, I gotta check this out, bro. I'm definitely gonna check this out. Shout out to the creators of Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. Special shout out before we get into honorable mentions coming in. Honorable mention, best variants from last week. We got Speed Racer issue number 2. And, I gave Speed Racer issue number 2 best cover of the week. This time it gets honorable mention. This is one of my favorite artists, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Bro, I love this style so freaking much, bro. And I'm so mad. My brain is going freaking blank right now, where I can't even remember my man's name. Sean Galloway, bro. Sean Galloway, bro. I met him at Comic-Con. I met him a few times, but it's been a few years, and then I met him again at Comic-Con this year, and dude is just like one of the most down-to-earth, cool artists to meet, bro. Him, Rob Liefeld really made my Comic-Con this year from an artist perspective. Dong Ho Kim was also another artist that really made my Comic-Con this year. Super, super cool, bro. Love this style. Love this art style, bro. Love how he drew the car, Racer X, and everything, dude. Shit's fire, bro. Coming in number 4 on the list, we got Immortal Batman issue number 4. And this is another book I'm definitely going to be putting in my pool list because not this cover per se, but I'm going to be putting this in my pool list because, man, it looks like Batman with a healing factor from what I'm gathering. That could be a problem. That's what absolute Batman could need right now, is a healing factor after how Bane did him the last issue. If you guys haven't seen or aren't up to speed with absolute Batman, dude, I don't know what you're doing, bro. Absolute Batman is like one of the top 5 best comic books out right now, bro. Hands down, bro. Gotta go check out Absolute Batman if you're not already, man. And I would highly recommend checking out Immortal Batman. Get in on the first issue, man. Hit that comic book, hit that eBay, your Amazon. Order if you can't get to it directly, man, and get in on the story from issue number 1. And who knows, this thing might be something that they make a movie out of, you know what I'm saying? And you'll be up to date, know everything that goes on, what they switched out and everything. And it might be worth some money down the line if the story ends up being one that's really popular, you know what I'm saying? Okay, what does he have, like a Megazord? That'd be crazy if Batman had a Megazord. Batman with a like huge like mecha outfit would be insane, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Coming in number 3, we got Peacemaker presents Vigilante and Eagly issue number 5. The artwork is clean, bro. Like that, this artwork's too clean not to at least get an honorable mention, bro. It got the John Cena humor. It looked like a John Cena version of Peacemaker with Eagly and Vigilante. You know, DC's version of Deadpool. And oh man, that just reminded me. I got to go back and start watching this. I believe they just started airing the show again. Honorable mention number 2, we got Shredder issue number 1. I love it when the bad guys get their own comic book. Like, man, I'm such a good bad guy that they had to give me my own comic book, bro. Like, fire. This reminds me of Shadowhawk, or was it Darkhawk? I think it was Shadowhawk from Image Comics back in the 90s, bro. This look hard, bro, with the rain and the landscapes in the background, or the skyscrapers in the background and everything. Like, this is tough right here, bro. That's badass. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Yeah, that right there, man. That could have made top 10. I ain't gonna hold you. That almost could have made it, man. But we had some tough competition with the variants last week, man. Coming in number 1, honorable mention before we get into the top 10, we have the Immortal Batman issue number 1, bro. And I'm a huge anime head. My style leans more towards anime, so I definitely had to put this on the honorable mention. It didn't make top 10, but yo, that to me, I'm looking for that cover. I'm not gonna hold you. That's the cover. I'm gonna go on eBay, and that's the cover I'm copping, bro. that shredder is heat. 1,000%, bro. And again, man, this is from 9 people. I compiled it in a 9, and I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I gave myself a 2 point. So, like, that's why Batman a little bit higher up than he should be. But yeah, and in some cases, I just threw mine on there. Like, I go, but I didn't just throw like when it got to like honorable mention. Nothing when it got to top 10 was definitely like based mainly on the input I got from other people, which I greatly appreciate, man. So thank you guys so much for that input. That shredder definitely is heat. Honorable mention number 1 before we get into the top 10. Again, Immortal Batman. And I think I heard someone knock on the door, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Coming in number 10 on the list, we got Shredder issue number 1. There was another variant for Shredder that actually did make the top 10. And y'all let me know. Do y'all prefer the other Shredder cover? But this is the Shredder cover that made the top 10. Shredder without the mask off, ironing off the claws and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like the detail just looked too clean. The other one got, you know what I'm saying? The other one got the setting to it and everything. This one got the paint going for, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard, bro. I don't know, bro. Did I mess up on that one? Should the other Shredder take in that one spot, bro? Y'all let me know, bro. I could be bugging. We might have to swap out the Shredders. Y'all let me know. Coming in number 9. And I ain't gonna hold you, man. Shout out to the people. And as this grows, I'm gonna get scared that more of the stuff I have higher up on the list is gonna fall further down, because that did happen a couple of times on these lists, where my number 1 did not make number 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Do you prefer this one over the other Shredder though? Because this got number 10. This got honorable mention. That Shredder right there, or that Shredder right there? I ain't gonna hold you. Let's see here. Moving on, number 9 on the list, we got DuckTales, bro. And I'm surprised how many people was rocking with the DuckTales, but when I got that Speed Racer, damn near was like number 1. I was like, okay, like my people aren't just like Marvel and DC stands, and the cartoons is like pulling at their heartstrings, bro. Yo, how clean is that, bro? That is clean as a mug. I feel like J. Scott Campbell did that. For some reason, it just reminded me of J. Scott Campbell's artwork for some reason. I can't place it who did this one. But man, that is clean right there, bro. Scrooge McDuck just chilling. Scrooge McDuck is chilling, bro. That is clean. Yeah, I love that picture, bro. I want to like meme myself and take out his face. That's tough right there, bro. Number 8 on the list, we got Mr. Terrific, year 1, issue number 4. And man, shout out to my boy Ari Starks. Get your bars off, man. My boy pulled a rank on me today, bro. I was like, yo, fam, why you do me like that, bro? My boy pulled out the actual physical copy. I was like, bro, this is on the show. I know this is going to be on the show. And he showed it. I was like, bro, why you got to flex on me like that, bro? My boy Ari Starks is rapidly with the collection, bro. And with the variants, in the age of variants, the collection is filthy. My boy is cooking right now, boy. Coming in number 7, we got Sleep. And again, like I said, I gave y'all that preference, man. Just because something is a painting don't always mean you're going to be like, you're going to outrank everything. This ain't no painting. That ain't no painting. That's some, I don't even think that's watercolor. I think that's some Copic markers and some ink. and it's fire, bruh. It's amazing. I ain't gonna hold you. I love that cover, bro. I was so glad so many people, bro. I was so glad so many of the people I ran these by was like, yo, you gotta throw that sleep up on there. Cause it was like, man, I thought people weren't gonna be giving it its due, bro. And again, it's Image, but again, it ain't Marvel, it ain't DC. Yo, show them how it's done. Show them y'all ain't the only ones out here eating, bro. Y'all ain't the only ones out here who could do this, bro. Us independent, self-made creators who want to own our rights and own our property, bro. Like, we don't have to be, we ain't got to be a young bulls. We ain't got to be a young boys, you know? Don't get me wrong, it's super dope to work for Marvel and DC and all these legacy characters, man, but it's super dope to create your own stuff as well, man. So shout out to both. No knock to the people who work there. Those are dream jobs, bro. That mean you are like top. If you could work there, you can do your own thing. Straight up. It's like the WWE. Coming in, yo, I'm bugging because I didn't put up. Coming in number 6, we got Harley Quinn, issue 53. And man, I feel a little bit like a hypocrite because man, it was the paints, man. The paints on this one. Come on, man. This is 2 hot females, man. Painted beautifully. Looking like they up at Woodstock in the 70s, bro. That's clean, bro. That's fire, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I'm sweating my ass off for y'all right now. Hit the follow button if y'all haven't already, man. Over here dying. San Diego, it's hot as a mug out here, man. I don't want to throw my fan on because I didn't want that sound affecting the audio. And I ain't gonna hold you, that $27. I was telling my boy, I was like, man, I have to pay $27 to my AVG to update my drivers, because it's like, man, I had the one for like cleaning out your viruses and your junk and stuff, but they're like another $27 to update your drivers and your computer will stop moving slow and crashing. I was like, let me try it, because every time I go live, this bitch crash. And then boom, it's been working fast. My computer been working so fast. I'm like, oh man. So this whole time, I just have to pay $27 and and the problem would have been fixed. Ain't that a bitch? But yeah, moving along, man, on this list, we got coming in at number 5. This is for last week. The Invisible Man, issue number 1. Shout out to Brandon, man. Brandon and myself, man. I was like, man, I'm glad Brandon also saw what I saw, because, man, this right here, brother. And I'm glad he saw that, because, man, there's so many, and I can't wait, because going forward, man, I got some friends in the group chat, man. I want to bring them on a couple, and maybe next week, or if they're not ready for that, then the following week, and basically give them enough time with all of it, because basically each week there's like 50, there's about 40 original covers to 50, and then there's like about 90 to 75 to 90 variant covers. So I go through all these covers by myself first, and then I'll grab about 35 of the original, 35 of the variant, and then I'll send them over. And then even then, I feel like I'm sending too much, so I'll probably send them like 20 or 25 and be like, yo, give me your best 5, give me your best 7, 10, But I would like for them to just get the whole thing, and then just, yo, here's my personal, and then each person could drop off their own personal top 10. Then we could do like a tally vote as the channel, or more people come in. Right now it's very small, but as it moves along and grows and whatnot, just add more people's input, because I don't want this to just be like even though it's subjective, so I could just do my own personal, like I like to take everybody's input, and then as a collective, like, yo, this is what the majority, or it's what people think, like I try to be fair. I don't want to be biased, because there are times I could be biased, whether towards an artist or a book that I have a personal history with. Number 4 we got coming in, we got The Death of the Silver Surfer, issue number 3. And yo, it is so dope. I don't know the name of this artist, but man, this artist is so fire, bruh. This is the artist who did the Marvel versus DC crossover back in the day. I recognize his art style immediately, and I forgot his name, but there was two artists working on that book, and I ain't gonna hold you. I don't want to be an asshole, but I'm as an artist, and especially as a kid, like bro, I was more art than story. So like, bro, when I saw like the art, and it was the two artists, every time it'd be him, I'd be geeking out for his artwork in the book. And then when they switched to the other guy, I'd be pissed off. I'm like, damn, they switched to the other guy for the fucking, excuse my language. This way it's not gonna be for kids. They switched to the other guy for fucking Batman versus Captain America, and for fucking Wolverine versus Lobo. You give me the bad artists for the two badass fights, and then you let fucking the dope artists do Hulk and Superman and Spider-Man and Superboy. He did Silver Surfer and Green Lantern. And the other dude did who was it? Wonder Woman and Storm. But yeah, man, every time his artwork, I was like, yo, fire. But the other dude was killing me, bro. I was like, damn, get this other guy out of here, bro. I wish he did the whole Marvel versus DC universe by himself, based off the artists we got. I'm sorry. No offense to the other guy, but yeah. Number 3, top 3 for last week, variant covers. We got Green Lantern issue 26. And I can hold you, I have the Silver Surfer over this, but way more people voted on this Green Lantern than that Silver Surfer. So I have to put it above it. Green Lantern 26. Look, man, Green Lantern cleaned up last week, bruh. Green Lantern had, one of those. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, all right. I remember you said you copped that one too. So, damn, I'm glad you said that, bro. Because I would have got fooled into buying it off that cover, bro. Because the nostalgia from that artist, bro. I would have definitely got lured in. That's why I say that's the thing I don't like about the freaking variants. And what's really kills me about that, bro, is aside from like the 90s people, there's people who do it to this day, that inside and the outside artwork and whatnot, and so like Mark Spears, bro, Mark Spears does this quality, if not higher. He does a higher quality. I'm not gonna say if he does a higher quality than this, and he does the inside artwork and 10 variants every time. So there's no excuse why these people who do these variant books can't just do the whole book, bro. It kills me, bro. Like, dang, man. Like, I'd rather wait an extra week and get the whole book like that than nah, bro, because that's how it is in America. Most of the time when you get like these variants, the artwork on the inside is nothing close, bro. Nothing close. Unless you get a Mark Spears or like Andrew Carr or Carr Andrews or someone like that working on it. Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri type person, coming in number 2. Yeah, Mark Silvestri, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. One of the GOATs, bro. His artwork is just so insane, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Mark is an animal, man. Dude did come off a little antisocial. I ain't gonna hold you. I seen him at a Comic-Con 2 years ago, and he was drawing at the moment, but I was just like, excuse me, and like a woman, like I guess his representative was like, oh, he's busy right now. And I'm just like, bro, there's no one here. Like, you can't like say what's up for a quick moment, like. So it kind of did throw me off. She's like, oh, can you just come back? Like, I'm just like, there's fucking no one here. Like, this is the perfect time to just be like, hi, bro. Like, I've been reading your shit since like 1991, bro. Like, what the fuck? You know, like, but I didn't cause a scene or nothing like that. But it's just like, I know some of these people are introvert or whatnot, but it just threw me off. It was one of those people like when I met Jim Lee, it was the greatest experience ever, bro. Out of everybody I ever met, Jim Lee was the greatest experience ever, bro. That made my whole thing. Fred Perry, #2, the Arts for Gold Diggers, super duper cool. Rob Liefeld was super cool, man. There's some really cool ones, but then there was a few that are like a little bit introvert, you know? Or maybe I just caught them at the wrong time. Could be. Maybe they had a bad day or what. I don't know. #2, though, we got Absolute Wonder Woman, issue 11. That was my last fruit snack, so I don't have no more, so you don't have to worry about me snacking during the stream anymore. But yo, I've been hearing a lot of good things about the Absolute Wonder Woman. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Their covers, some of them, some kind of make me like, I'll wait. But when I see this cover, I'm just like, damn, man, I want to check this out, man. She on her God of War shit right now, bro. That cover is beautiful, bro. That is clean with the skull in the background and everything. The little skull island kind of looked like that skull in the One Piece and everything back in Wano and everything. But yo, I ain't gonna hold you, man. My homeboy Ari, bro. We gonna have to fight, bro. We're gonna have to fight, bro. And if you win, I'm gonna sue you for elderly abuse because I'm old, bro. Because, bro, how you gonna get the #1 cover of the freaking week? The Mortal Thor issue #1. You guys, are you effing kidding me? I will find you. I feel like oh boy, Liam Neeson on Taken. I will find you. I will find you, book. eBay, I'm coming for this book. I will find this book. I will have this book. My boy Ari already has this book. I don't care if the artwork on the inside of the book is subpar. I am buying this book for this alone. All right? It could be doo-doo water on the inside. That motherfucking cover is so hard, bro. That is one of the hardest Thor pictures I've ever seen, bro. That Thor picture is in freaking sane. And Thor, one of my top 5, bro. Like, Thor is like my guy, bro. Y'all don't even know. Like, Thor is one of my favorite of all time, bro. Like, way before the MCU movies, Thor was my freaking guy, bro. I used to draw a gang of like little comics as a kid, and like all my favorite superheroes, and Thor was like my muscle on the team. Freaking that book with Thor and Hulk from back in the day, I still got it, where the classic cover where they like fighting with the all white background. Thor went heads up with Hulk, raged out Hulk, all hands for like 95% of the book, all hands. They went toe to toe, no hammer. So it established, even with the raged out Thor, Thor can hold his own with Hulk, no hammer. And then when Hulk finally was like, all right, I'm maxing out on you. Thor said, fuck it, let me get the hammer and like deal with this motherfucker. That nigga Hulk was like, oh shit, nope, I don't want that hammer. I don't want that hammer smoke. This nigga Hulk grabbed a woman, an innocent woman, was like, you put down that hammer or I'm gonna kill this man. Yo, I was like, my nigga Thor at that point shook the fade with my Mjolnir, bro. I was like, Thor is that guy, bro. And he still ran the fade without the fucking hammer and held his own, bro. I was like, all right, Thor's that guy, bro. Straight up. Damn, it's like my favorite superheroes rite of passage is running Hulk's fade. Hulk ain't my favorite, but like 2 of my 3 favorite superheroes ran Hulk's fade, man. Like 3 of my 4 favorite. Yo, That cover is dumb fire, bro. Shout out to Ari, man, getting that, bro. That, yeah, bro. Rightfully so, bro. Rightfully so, bro. And it's issue number 1 for new people. Perfect time to get on board. It's a new story, new team, new direction, man. And yo, that's how, hey, the more people who follow this thing, it's a more likelihood that story picks up into, a movie, animation, gets, more value, etc. So man, definitely you guys, again, look at this artwork, bro. How are not people not it kills me, man, because like again, like I came from that geek sphere where like shout out to like Comics Explained and Comixology and I'm probably messed up the name, but a couple of these like the Spider Slayer and whatnot, bro, like who do positive reviews and put people up on game on storylines and whatnot, bro, because like the bigger channels that do get all the following and subscriptions and the money, unfortunately, is the people who are bashing on it but claim to be followers of it. But if you listen to them, you would think there's nothing good out. You think everything out is some SJW, gender swap, race swap, etc. But it's like, bro, it's BS. So man, that's why I want to start this show to begin with, because like, bro, there's just so much good stuff out there, but people just hyper focus on like one or two. Oh, they made a Black Iron Woman. They made a Black Iron Man or whatever, whoever. It's just like, or they made this person a female, whatever. They made this person a different sexuality, whatever. It's just like, bro, like there's 100 comic books that come out damn near each week, and you're like talking about one book like that's the like norm or something. Like, bro, get over it. Get over yourself. With that being said, though, oh, okay, I'm not in the right week. Okay, I got all of September next week. I got all the covers and everything ready, so I will be sending that to my squad so that they'll be ready to have their list ready to go for it. And if they can make it on the show, that'd even be cool. I'll drop the code next week. But we are going to get into this week's books. Came out today. Dang, I got to get to my comic book store ASAP, bro. I got to get to my comic book store ASAP. And you know what? I am wrong, because we are not doing next week as of yet, because we have a special top 9. We got a top 9 J. Scott Campbell covers. J. Scott Campbell has been busy over last week and this week. He dropped 9 variant covers. So I thought it was only fair. I'm a big J. Scott Campbell guy, man. I had the Cliffhanger when the Cliffhanger trio came out, the big 3 of Cliffhanger back in the day, Joe Maradia, J. Scott Campbell, Humberto Ramos. Man, I had all those issue number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s for Battle Chasers. I have the whole Battle Chasers collection, though. I had most of the Danger Girl, and then I had a lot of the Crimson from Humberto Ramos as well. So love seeing that. That was the next wave after the Image Boys left, that kept Marvel afloat, Oh, wrong one. But my boy J. Scott Campbell is cooking. And, for the longest, he only drew like sexy women, So like, it was like, man, I don't think, can he draw superheroes? Like, I don't know if he's capable of doing that, but he's shown he can now, man. Coming in number 9. This is a J. Scott Campbell variant of Doctor Strange from the Bring On the Bad Guys Dormammu issue number 1. So if you want this cover, it ain't a Doctor Strange cover per se. You actually have to go on Bring On the Bad Guys Dormammu issue number 1 and look for it there as a variant cover by the great J. Scott Campbell. Coming in number 8, we got the Mortal Thor issue number 1 variant from J. Scott Campbell. These are all from J. Scott Campbell. And you know, Scott Campbell, known for drawing pretty women, handsome men or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Good looking characters or whatnot like that. So some of these people, like, you know, like the reason this Thor, like the outfit and everything looks classically really well done. Like I just think Thor a little on the thinner side on this, a little too thin. You know, I think Thor could have been a little bit buffer than that. But still amazing artwork. And that's just compared to what we got here. Coming in number 7, J. Scott Campbell variant for the week. We got Imperial War, Planet She-Hulk, issue 1. And I have the same issue with this as with the Thor. She-Hulk should be bigger, like a little bit more muscle on her. She looked a little too thin. I probably should have switched her and Thor, but it's man, he did such a good job with the face with the woman, bro. He just is a master of drawing women, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Yeah, the silhouette version looked like Mary Jane. I ain't gonna hold you. It really does. Yes, all of these are J. Scott Campbell variants from last week and one from this week that I just have to throw in because it was the only one he did this week. So I figured we had enough to do a J. Scott Campbell shout out. Coming in at number 6, we got the Incredible Hulk issue number 28 variant cover. And showing, look, I could draw like muscular people. Like I don't just draw skinny people. Most of his characters be on the skinny side. You know, I be having that issue too. So yeah, that's fire though. That's clean. Yes, sir. The J. Scott Campbell covers. It's probably so low you can't see it, but yeah, JSC, J. Scott Campbell. Man, did some Gen 13 back in the day, Danger Girl. Two of the ones that like I grew up knowing them for, at least. Coming in number 5, we got The Death of the Silver Surfer, issue number 3, J. Scott Campbell, of course. Thanos cover. He said, madness, I could snap at any moment. Is this the cover you got, Ari? That's fire to me. That is clean. Coming in number 4, we got the Avengers issue number 29. I believe it's an Iron Man cover. Yes, sir. I am Iron Man right here. Iron Man, a little skinny, but you know what I'm saying? Like the armor, he did a great job on the armor and the coloring, man. Like, yeah, that's clean. The Thanos one or the Iron Man one? And if there's one thing J. Scott Campbell gonna do, he gonna draw some sexy women, bro. J. Scott Campbell, X-Men issue 21, Storm variant. That look, yo, that is Storm, bro. That is Storm, bro. Like, that is as accurate as you could get, bro. That is Storm, bro. In a nutshell, bro. That's perfect. My dude has master drawn skinny women. He could draw everything else, as you will see. As 2 and 1 aren't skinny women at all. Number 2. Number 2 is gonna make me fly to Buffalo. while Ari Starks is at work and run up in his comic book collection and steal that motherfucker. No, I'm just joking, man. Batman issue number 1, J. Scott Campbell variant. OMG. My boy showed me that actual cover. It's foil too. Oh, man. That thing was a thing of beauty, bruh. Clean. And I see now why there was that little shine. I guess that's when they took the pictures from the foil. It's a foil cover. That shit is tough, bruh. My boy Batman flexing on them hoes. Flexing on them hoes. Don't kill them, bats. But number 1, the one J. Scott Campbell cover that got it beat, it's the one where someone's doing a little bit more than just standing there. That's why I got it. I'll be honest. Doomed 2099 issue number 1. Yeah, get your bars off, bro. You got number 1. You got number 1 cover for last week original. Now you got a number 2, the runner up for best J. Scott Campbell cover. Bro, you cooking your collection, cooking quick, bro. Very quick, bro. Doom 2099 issue number 1. Doom with the mask off, sitting on the throne, bro. With the cup, you got the cup on the throne, the mask off, the disfigured face, sitting on the throne. Yo, that's fire, bro. That's fire. And I didn't put this one. I would have threw this in the top 10 original, but I was like, J. Scott Campbell gonna get his own little section this week. You know, when I see someone who put in the wild covers like that, we give it its own little special shout out. You know, or sometimes if there's like a book that has like several different variants that all are fire, then it's like, all right, you know, we're gonna give you your own little ranking system real quick because y'all got busy that week. Moving along now, everybody, we are into today's best comic books that came out, original comic books. Before we get into our top 10, again, we got our 5 honorable mentions. Honorable mention number 1, bruh, is Ghostbusters Dead Man's Chest issue number 4. My brother-in-law, bro, who does not read comic books at all, bro. He don't read comic books. He ain't into none of this shit. So when he gives it his vote, when I'm show you like 50 covers, and I'm like, pick out 10, and this is one of the ones he picks, I gotta throw it on the honorable mention, bro. Like mandatory. Like Ghostbusters, it ain't the craziest artwork, but the things he pointed out is like, man, that's fire. How it got the reflection and the glasses, it got its own little style to it, like different from all the other stuff I'm looking at. I was like, you got your points, bro. Gotta give it its due. Ghostbusters, and that's dope too. Like I said, like I was noticing, I'm like, you got the cartoons now from Herculoids, Space Ghost, Johnny Quest, Thundercats, Powerpuff Girls, Ghostbusters, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe, Dynamite. Like they all got their own comic books now. So it's like, damn, that's like a whole new like lane or genre of comic books coming out. That it's dope, man. It's a dope time to be picking up some books, y'all. Coming in, and again, man, shout out to everybody for the support, bro. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I can't wait for the next issue. I already grabbed all the freaking covers, man, so I'm gonna send them to you guys, and then y'all let me know so next time I could get a real even more thorough breakdown of like a top 10. You know what I'm saying? You guys helped tremendously with this one, but next time I'd like to get even more input from y'all. I would like to even have you guys up on to give y'all insight and, you know, let people know, share the enthusiasm, you know, because the more people that are on, I feel like the more people watch. People like to see a community of people conversating and talking about these type of things, you know. So I think we could build a little comic book community and help out these comic book shops and these comic book creators with their stuff. Moving along though, honorable mention number 4. I honestly think this should be ranked higher than honorable mention number 3 and number 2, but again, there were so many people. There was 8 people that helped me with their input. They all put the other 2 books on their list. They did not mention this book. So for that reason, this gets a less favorable spot on the listing. Junk World issue number 1. Nobody actually voted for this but me. And so that's why it didn't make the top 10 or nothing, but I felt like it was too good not to at least get an honorable mention, bro. Let me pull it up for y'all real quick. And this is another one of those independent comic book creators. I'm a little concerned, man. This might be like an adult book, if I'm not mistaken, bro. Because there are some variant covers where it's like, I think like they're showing her chest or whatnot. So I could be wrong. But if I recall correctly, when looking at the variants on the League of Comic Book Geeks, I think I do recall there being like nude versions of some of their variant covers or whatnot. So proceed with caution if you do pick up Junk World, bro. Not trying to send y'all to the wrong part of the comic book community over there, but so warning. Coming in number 3, honorable mention, we've got Blam Glam issue number 11. My boy Sir Frost was the one who really advocated for this one. I think he was the only person, or maybe my brother-in-law too. I may have gotten 2, if not 1. I know for sure Frost mentioned this one. So Blam and Glam number 11, honorable mention number 3. Honorable mention number 2, I know Brandon mentioned this one. I can't recall if anyone else mentioned this one either, but I had to put it higher because other people mentioned it, and that was Sam and Twitch issue number 17. Man, Sam and Twitch, that's from the old Spawn series, man. I remember the old Spawn animated series, man. They was on the damn animated show more than he was, bro. I used to be like, bro, could we get more Spawn, less Sam and Twitch, bro? They cool, but damn, bro, like it was really the Sam and Twitch show, honestly, with Spawn making little cameo appearances. Honorable mention number 1. I ain't gonna hold you. I pulled an executive move because I don't think anybody. I don't know if I forgot to send this when I sent the covers over for people to choose from, but no one had this on their list. I'm like, did I forget to send this? Make this like Fista Kansu should definitely, bro. That is fire. Sun ripping someone in half right there, So yeah, and that dude artwork is always top notch. Usually every month when I do these, like and it falls on a Moon Knight day of the week of that month, he usually is in the top 10. So shout out to the artist this week, is man, to knock Moon Knight out of the top 10. It might have been a mistake of mine. I might have forgot to send him with the list, but if I didn't forget to send him, then a big shout out to the artist that knocked him out of the top 10, because he's usually right there in the top 10 and usually high on the top 10. But coming in number 10, we got From Parts Unknown. And yo, I'm not a hater, bro. I'm working on a comic book. It's about pro wrestling. But yo, shout out to the artist and the creator of From Parts Unknown, bro. Salute. We got another artist with another comic book on pro wrestling. I'm definitely going to give it a shot. I'm going to check it out. And if I don't like it, this is going to be one of those ones I'm not going to bash it, because, man, this one's a little bit closer to my heart, because that's what I'm working on. I'm working on a comic book about pro wrestling. So to see someone else with a comic book about pro wrestling, I'm a huge advocate. I'm a huge supporter, man. And I'm definitely going to get to my comic book store. And if I can't find it at my comic book store, I'm going to go on eBay. I'm going to cop this series. If the artwork looks anything like this, I'm definitely gonna catch those back issues and get caught up, bro. Because this looks badass, bro. And man, I'm gonna try my best. One of the things that makes me kind of think, now that I'm thinking about it, stay away from it. I'm knee deep in my book already. And I don't want to steal anything from there. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, maybe it'd be smart I do read it that way. If there is something that they do that I could, all right, they already did it, and let me not do that type thing. So I'm a little hesitant on that, but you guys check out From Parts Unknown. Let me know if it's any good, man. I'm highly considering checking that out. I'm a little bit split on it because I don't want to think, oh, you ripped off Parts Unknown or anything like that. Or you were inspired from Parts Unknown. Like, no, I was inspired from pro wrestling, just like Parts Unknown was. But yeah, definitely go support that. And again, it's another independent comic book, bro. You have to support the indie comic book creators, bro. They don't have the money. They're coming out their own pockets a lot of times to fund these things, man. So yeah, man, let's help these people out, man. Coming in number 9 on the list, we got Uncanny X-Men issue number 20. And yo, this looks pretty badass. You got Wolverine. I don't know the name of this new X-Men character, but yo, we got a new brother on the X-Men, bro. And he over here throwing hands with my boy Wolverine. They just wrecking shop on all these scrubs up at a bar, I'm guessing. I don't know if it's a bar, bro. They're surrounded by so many people. They over there just wrecking shop, bro. Turning them to silhouettes, bro. You know what I'm saying? I turn them to background. Yo, fire, bro. I really like the artwork on Wolverine and the brother. Curious who this is. Definitely gonna check him out, bro. And I love to see new black characters, bro. That's what I like to see. Like, and yo, I hope no one takes offense, bro. Yo, new character, bro. You could do it, bro. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You don't take Wolverine and make him black. Make a new character, man. Have him team up with Wolverine. Wreck shop, and then people be like, yo, man, yo, that dude pretty cool too, bro. That dude, who was that dude who was whooping ass for Wolverine? Oh, that dude, yeah, he pretty cool too. Yo, I'm gonna check him out, bro. That's how you do it, bro. Now I'm gonna take this dude that you've been reading for 50, 60 years, and now he's black. Now he's a woman. Now he doesn't like women no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, just make a new character, bro. Make a new character. And it's cool, bro. You take away the ammunition, bro. And it's just more creative, bro. It's so lazy when you do that. Coming in number 8 on the list, I personally like number 9's cover better than number 8. The more I look deeper at it, the detail, but way more people had this ranked higher, bro. So the majority wins, and that's Wolverine issue number 13. I ain't mad at it. Wolverine is my all-time favorite comic book character. Close second would be Gambit. And then after that, we got, damn, it's a tie between Thor and Spider-Man. And then we got Flash and Batman tied for 5th place. You know what I'm saying? Yo, but that right there, that's tough, bro. I like it. My boy clearing the shop, sitting there. He got the blood on the suit. He got his girl. Oh, I didn't even peep she had the blicky in hand. She strapped in. She clapped him into a coma. Madness. Nah, crazy though. Yo, that's fire. Coming in number 7 on the list, we got Batgirl. 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 We got Batgirl for number 7. Let me put my girl on the screen real quick. Man, I am so blind without those glasses, bro. Like, I took those glasses off, and I can't see shit now, you guys. Yo, man. Yeah, a lot more people had the Batman. Well, not a lot more, but Batgirl had a few more votes from people who took their opinion than the Wolverine. So, well, I definitely do like Wolverine 1,000 times more than Batgirl. Gotta be fair. Gotta be fair to what the people say, man. You know what I'm saying? Batgirl always got some good covers, bro. This right here, this looks like, if I'm not mistaken, I ain't gonna hold you. This Batgirl, it looks like it was done all with color pencil, bro. It got that color pencil look to it. The Don Logan. Hold up, man. We gotta get the visual for the comment. The comment needed the visual. My dude really was bossed up on his Don shit right there, yo. The Godfather. Girl, half his age. Wolverine might have been on Epstein. I'm fucking around, man. Yo, Batgirl issue number 11 coming in number 7, number 6. These are the original covers, by the way, yo. So like, they don't even gotta like pay no additional costs or look anywhere additional. These are the ones you're more likely to see right when you walk into the comic book store. If they have anything in inventory, you're more likely to see this in the variant. Legacy of Vader, Star Wars. I'm a huge Star Wars television guy, but I'm not a Star Wars comic book guy, bro. But and a big part of that, I'll be feeling like they be tracing or something, bro. Like, but they artwork be looking good, but sometimes it'll be looking like they be tracing and shit, bro, and be looking like you cheating, bro. Artwork badass though. My bro who don't, again, he ain't a Star Wars person. He ain't a sci-fi person. He ain't a comic book person. He gave me 10, and this was ranked real high up on his list. So I was like, you know what? I gotta give that in consideration, even though I hate Star Wars comic books personally, bro. And for no good reason either, bro. Like, aside from what I just said about like the artwork feeling like it's like copy paste or something like that, like, yeah, he thought real highly of it. Coming in number 5, I love to see this. I love to see this independent comic books kicking ass in the top 5. Shit, I think they got number 1 spot this week. To Ancestral Recall issue number 2. There's a lot going on in this, yo. The satellite fire, you got the sunshine with the clouds, you got the brother, the mixed race brother, or the brother with the perm, bruh. Got the people in the background. A lot going on in this one right here, bruh. But yeah, that's clean right there. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Coming in number 4, we got Scarlet issue number 6. Another independent comic book. Coming in at number 6 or number 4. It's issue number 6. This is badass, bro. This wasn't my top 3, but more people voted on what got number 3. So I have to be fair. But this personally to me was like, I think this was my number 2. Like, she over slaying this big ass dragon in the front. You got another one in the background, bro. She chilling. I love the character design. This clean, bro. That's clean. I don't know nothing about this book, but that artwork catch my eye immediately, bro. If I was at a comic book store without knowing anything about this book, and I seen it, and I opened up, if they allow you to open up the book and take a preview, if the artwork looked anything like this, I'd cop it. I ain't gonna hold you. And give it a shot. Coming in number 3, best original covers for this week, today. Best covers that came out today, September 3rd, 2025. Make sure to go to your local comic shop today, tomorrow, this weekend. If you haven't already, we got Star Trek Red Shirts issue number 2. I'm not a Star Trek guy at all. The only familiarity I have with Star Trek is that it used to come on after WWF back in the day on Monday Night Raws, and sometimes you catch like a little 5-10 minutes if you forget to switch the channel or whatnot. But other than that, or sometimes it come on before and after, so like you try to like tune into Raw, get there early, and it'll be on. You see the last 10 minutes of the show, come off and then come back on and catch like a couple minutes of it before you switch your channel. But I can't hold you. That cover is tough, bro. With the skull, the disintegrating gun just disintegrating his entire face like that instantly. Clean. That is tough, bro. Definitely deserves top 3 spots. And that's an original cover, man. Salute to the artist. Looked like the color pencil style, what they went with for that one, right? CG. But coming in at number 2, straight out of Rivals, we got Your Girl Magic, issue number 9. This cover is raw, bro. This cover tough, bro. It was hard for me not to give this first place, bro, because damn, that's fire, bro. Like, there's a lot of action going on right there, bro. Like like you feel the threat. The threat is imminent. It's right there, bro. The dragon, close range. His mouth is bigger than she is, but she 10 toes down with her motherfucking sword. She about to do damage to that motherfucker, bro. That shit is fire, bro. But I have to be fair. Coming in number 1, a lot of people had this voted on this. My brother-in-law, it was his number 1. It was high on my list. I think it was my number 1 too, honestly. I was tied between this and the Magic. But Cruel Universe issue number 2, this variant, bro, or this original cover, bro, it deserved it, bro. The space aliens, they on the planet, the astronauts getting yanked up by the tentacles from this crazy looking alien. Son got his blicky in hand, about to try to shoot himself free, bro. Like, it looked like a Marvel Masterpiece card, bro. Like, yo, it deserved it, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, it deserved it. The Independent secured 4 of the 5 top original covers for the week, bro. Yo, Independents put their foot down on Marvel and DC when it came to the best original covers this week, yo. But we got one less category left for this week, and that is this week's variant covers, yo. Let me pull it up for y'all real quick. Thank y'all for tuning in. Usually they don't go this long, but I had 2 weeks out to cover this time. And honorable mention, number 5, we got Everything is Dead and Dying, another independent comic book, bro. We go from one indie to another, man. The independent comic book scene is looking really good at the moment, bro. And don't be surprised if you see some of these come up on a television or a movie or an animated series or whatnot, bro. Everything Dead is Dying. Look at that, bro. That is crazy, yo. That looks freaking wild, bro. Say yo, bro. Like, man, crazy. I love the concept of that. Crazy. That is wild, bro. That is gnarly. That's gnarly, bro. Coming in number 4, we got Ancestral Recall number 2. Not only did it place in the top 5 covers, this one got a lot of high rankings, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Hey, this list, this top 10 was so crazy. This making an honorable mention for. On any other week, this would have been in top 10 just off the votes, bro. But the competition this week was just insane, bro. The variant competition this week was nasty work, bro. Nasty work. Ryan MC, what's up, my guy, man? Greatly appreciate you pulling up, man. Yo, every Wednesday, I'm going to be up on here doing a breakdown of all the new comic books coming out. You can catch me every Thursday on Sir Frost. We do OE Wrestling. And yeah, I definitely got to stream more on the wrestling podcast. I haven't been doing the streaming for a minute, but I'm gonna get back to it, bro. I've only been doing Thursdays. We've been focusing on Thursdays, doing the OE wrestling with Frost. But yeah, I got my own lane with the comic book stuff I'm doing on Wednesdays on this channel. Trying to get some more stuff going as well, man. I'm working on a website and a whole bunch of shit, bro. Trying to comic book I'm working on. I got a lot of stuff I'm working on, bro. Just busy, you know. Been super busy trying to piece everything together, but it's starting to all form. It's all starting to formulate. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles honorable mention number 3, issue number 11. I could feel some of that white around my lip forming. That was embarrassing, but let's see here. Yo, this one right here, fire. It reminds me of that scene from X-Men issue 1, Jim Lee from 1991. I got to stop for a minute, bro. We got to salute, bro. My guy Ryan been a supporter for a long time. For years on my channel, bro. I got long nose hairs. I don't do no drugs or nothing like that, y'all. So don't think I'm sniffing anything. Nothing funny, bro. This guy been covering us for supporting for a long time, bro. So like to see him age to an adult now, man. I got yo, and I don't consider you a fan, bro. Even though you've been following the channel for years, bro. You are a genuine supporter, bro. You are a bro. You're my bro, Ryan. You're my little bro. I hope you don't mind me calling you little bro, man. But you've been holding me down for years, Ryan. You've been holding me down for at least three to 4 years, Ryan, bro. I've seen you go from underage to an adult, going to college. I gotta take a minute to salute that on the channel. Everybody in the motherfucking comment section, man. Give it up for my boy Ryan going to college, bro. Let me know what college you're going to in the comment section. And also, bro, what are you majoring in it, bro? That is tremendous news, bro. That is dope, man. That is fire. Shout out to my boy Fresh and Frost. I shouted you out at the beginning along with everybody else. There was like 8 people I shouted out who helped with making this list, you know, this top 10. I sent everybody a bunch of covers and was like, yo, let me know what y'all think. And then took everybody's votes. And then that's how I made up this list. Some of my stuff didn't even place or rank where I had it because so many people are like, nah, this is what's fire, bro. Yo, you're a smart man. A trade school, a trade college is where it's at, bro. Everybody needs an electrician, bro. You are never not going to be out of work, bro. You are going to be making that big. Yo, you about to be making that big money, right? I am so glad, bro. I am so glad I know you now, bro. Because, man, for years you ain't been able to subscribe or any of that shit, bro. And that's cool, bro. But yeah, the minute you'll be making big money, I know you're going to be blessed of the brother with those donos. I ain't trying to count your pockets, bro, but I already know. You've been holding it down. If you've been so solid enough to follow the channel for as long as you have, I already know you about to be one of those dudes, bro. And yes, get your money, Ryan. Fuck yeah, bro. Salute to Ryan. Salute to everybody up in the comment section right now, whether it's your first time or you a long time viewer like Frost and Ryan, bro. Shout out to everybody, man. Get your bars off podcast up in the building, bro. Real Micah Rose. Yo, man. For the bunch of y'all, bro. Just salute to everybody. The Savage. Yo, man, I'm seeing people from everywhere up in here right now. Greatly appreciate the support, man. Every Wednesday, yo, we gonna come up in here. Oh, you know what? I can't say that. I can't say every Wednesday because I normally work a 9 to 5 and it ain't a 9 to 5. It's a 9 to 7. I usually work 10-hour shifts. So it's usually on Saturdays that I do these, actually. So the next one of these will be the following Saturday, actually. I just had off work this week, so I was able to get back up to speed. Coming in, number 2, honorable mention. This also got a gang of votes, but I just couldn't in good conscience put it in the top 10. And that is absolute Green Lantern issue number 6, yo. This got that Shigaraki My Hero Academia vibes. Yo, they did an amazing job drawing the sister, the hair, and then with the green lighting, you know it's a sister, but they didn't use brown skin. They used the green. They used green in such a creative way to convey that you know it's a sister, but I'm using green in place of the brown, bro. So masterfully done, bro. Fire, bro. Cannot give this artist enough props. Plus the color pencil. Yo, the color pencil artists that are doing their work right now, bro, with the grayscale and the color pencil work is some of the cleanest artwork we're seeing right now, bro. I'm loving it, bro. Honorable mention number 1 goes to Batman issue number 1. I'm curious now what this is. Wow. Are you kidding me? A Mark Silvestri cover, and it ain't even in the top 10. Crazy. I'm insulted. See, if this was my top 10, this was like in my like 7 or 8. Like, I grew up on Mark Silvestri work, bro. And even with the salty interaction I had with them the last time I seen him 2 years ago, bro, like I still pay homage, bro. Like, damn. Honorable mention number 1, Batman issue number 1, Mark Silvestri. There is a Jim Lee Batman that didn't even make the honorable mention. Are y'all kidding me? Jim Lee, my GOAT, my guy, didn't even make the honorable mentions for this week. That's how crazy the competition was this week, bro. He was on my list just out of loyalty. Jim Lee was for me, but didn't make it. There's too many people, outside factors. With that being said, we are getting into the top 10 best covers this week. Uncanny X-Men issue number 20. I believe it's a rogue cover. Let me pull it up. Yes, it is a rogue cover coming in. Number 10 variant cover of the week. That looks clean, bro. Yeah. Yo. On the heel frost. Heel frost, but we got Rogue. Well drawn, bro. Like, that's how you draw your women, bro. Like, we're getting back to drawing our women sexy again. I love to see that in the comic books sphere. I can't even talk right now. I'm getting a little bit of a lisp, a little dry throat. Dry mouth. I shouldn't have flossed some Sprite. I'm bugging, but it was warm. Let's see here. Coming in number 9 on the list, we got Poison Ivy issue number 36. Again, it's like, yo, we just drawn, like, people said, oh, what we doing this week? What's the theme this week? Bad females? Bet. Sexy women? Bet. Bing. Are you doing Rogue? I'm doing Poison Ivy. Like, I gave it the slight edge, just a little bit more going on. Yeah, the dude wrapped up, getting the life drain from the poison ivies. She coming out of a plant eater and shit, bro. Like, it's like, come on, bro. Like, you know, like, it's a little bit more to it than the Rogue. Like apples and oranges. It could have went either way. I ain't mad at anyone who picks either one over the other. Coming in number 8, we got the Savage Sword of Conan issue number 10. This is one of those ones I forgot to send to a lot of people, but so I just had to find a fair place for it. And I feel like the right place was right here, bro. Like, that is just clean, bro. That artwork remind me of like the artwork you would get on like a Magic the Gathering, or, you know, or like a Conan the magazine right there. Like classic Conan the magazine artwork, bro. Like, that is just so finely detailed, and man, that is badass, bro. Coming in number 7, we got The Adventures of Superman, the Book of El. My cousin and my brother both said this was clean, so I had to give it its due. It's just a very detailed Superman. I would personally put the Sword of Conan. Honestly, I would probably put all three of the ones I've seen over this, but based off the multiple people who did shout this out, I was trying to be fair. Adventures of Superman coming in at number 7. Coming in at number 6, we got the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 11 variant. And I ain't gonna hold you. I'm surprised more people didn't vote on this when I sent those over. This is clean. You got the reflection in the mirror. He over here scaling the skyscraper with the skyscrapers in the background. Damn near look like Alex Ross. If this ain't Alex Ross, whoever did this is doing a good job of paying homage to Alex Ross, because it looked like an Alex Ross cover to me, bro. Looked like a Marvel Masterpiece Alex Ross type cover, bro. Clean. And that's only number 6 is crazy. Number 5 on the list, we got Spider-Man number 4, or Spider-Man 94 issue number 1. Me personally, I think this is number 4 over what got number 4. But more people that I asked had the other one over it. So being fair, once again, man of the people, Spider-Man 94. This was in my top 3, actually. But yeah, more of my people had other stuff ranked. And when I put everybody's scores together, it was only right to put it where it got. But to me, this is one of the hardest Spider-Man covers, bro. This shit is clean, bro. That shit is clean. Let's see here. Coming in number 4, we got Batman issue number 1. And again, my boy Ari Starks, man. My boy Ari picking up straight fire, bruh. Because that cover right there, that is straight fire, dog. Like, what? Yo, there were some other Batman covers that should have been on this list. I think there was so many that I didn't want to overwhelm people. I didn't think they would respond. So I did like a test run. And also I didn't want to overwhelm them to where like it would take them too long to respond. So I only gave them a few to work with. But there was definitely some other Batman variant covers that should have been on this list, bro. So I definitely messed up there, bro. But next week we're going to be more prepared. Coming in, number 3, the final 3, man. I thank you everybody for the support. Damn, we almost done, and thank goodness, because it's almost been 2 hours. I need to eat something. I need to smoke something. Happy Place issue number 1, bro. This was number 2 on my list, actually. Right above the Spider-Man that got number 5. But this is another one of those independent comic books, and this one I definitely got to check this out, bro. If this has the artwork like Mark Spears, where the artwork is as good as the front cover, because all the variant covers I see match this type of tone, which remind me of the Monster series, then you got a new customer, bro. Like every month I will pick that up. If the artwork looks like this on the inside, I'm adding it to the collection. That looks insane, bro. That is insane. Coming in number 2. This was like I think this was like number 4 or 5 for me personally on my list, but everybody, damn near everybody had mentioned this. And that's the Sisterhood. A Hyde Street story, bruh. This in what got number 1 was like they both were tied, so I had to come down to like which one gets number 1. But bro, on my end, the Sisterhood was a little bit further down the list, so that's what played the consideration. But let me show y'all this artwork, bro. This shit is clean, bro. And that right there, I have this ranked higher personally, the happy place. But bro, I'm not mad at anybody who went with this, bro. You got the girl in the mirror stared out the reflection of the mirror inside. You got the reflection. You got the girl running that way. You got one going that way. You got the perspective drawn, the backgrounds, the rain, the car, the person just coming in the foreground. There's a lot going on in that. So I'm not mad at anybody for putting the sisterhood high as they did on the ranking. It raised her 3 spots. I were at number 5. She went up to number 2 thanks to all the people whose opinions I got, bro. Coming in number 1, best variant cover for the week today. The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 11. There was another Spider-Man variant cover, 2 that made the top 10. But this one right here, bro. If you could get this cover, I would get it. I would highly recommend to get it, bro. That looks insane, bro. It got the look. It got Uncle Ben. It got Peter with Uncle Ben. Or it got Peter with the cop. I'm thinking, I don't know if that's due to Uncle Ben or if that's after Aunt May dies. We got Aunt May right there. You got him getting bit by the spider with Mary. It's like his origin story and everything in the background with that super hyper realistic drawing of Spider-Man in the front. That is just amazing work, bro. And then with the spider web, but with each of the in between each of the spider webbings, it's a different painting, bro. That is so fire, bro. Incredible. All right, you guys, that is this week's comic books and last week's comic books. I missed last week, so we did last week and this week's. Normally these go about 45, 50 minutes or so, but next week may have some guests pulling up. My boy Ari, my boy Brandon, maybe even some more people, man. Maybe they'll have their top 10s. Also have the compiled top 10 of everybody I ask. Top 10, along with my own personal top 10 to rank them next to each other. Who knows? But we will be back next Saturday. Or you know what? Maybe this Saturday. I got the this Saturday. This Saturday we'll be back. Thank you for tuning in to 5-Star Pod Splash. Make sure to hit that follow, subscribe button. Until next time, take care. We out. Peace. Let me go ahead and play my outro video for y'all one time. Where is it? Wrong one, my bad. Wrong one. Let's see here.
Yeah. Hey, this sounds like the ending theme, don't it? Like an anime going off. The ending theme to the I Shouldn't Be Alive anime. Yo, way too much on the mental. Get the brain of a schizo. Got my heartbeat changing the tempo. Crown Royal, I take it a sip slow. Gotta go one, hold on like it's in vogue. I just wanna make it official. Man, I'm good enough for anyone that ever tried to get me. Yo, so if you're really with me and you're really not against me, I don't want you to get hit up. I'll show you what's meant for. Yeah. Hey, this sounds like the ending theme, don't it? Like an anime going off. The ending theme to the I Shouldn't Be Alive anime. Yo, way too much on the mental. Get the brain of a schizo. Got my heartbeat changing the tempo. Crown Royal, I take it, a sip slow. Gotta go one, hold on like it's in vogue. I just wanna make it official. Man, I'm good enough for anyone that ever tried to get me. Yo, so if you're really with me and you're really not against me, I don't want you to get hit up. I'll show you what's the